Right. All right. Dresden incoming. Hi, Dresden. Hi, little boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're such a cute boy. I've been very busy today, and I haven't been able to give him all the attention he needs. You have a very scratchy tongue. Okay, 1 second. Everyone, before you go, I want everyone to see how fluffy you are. And just disappears in your tummy. You're so fluffy. Okay, okay. Go. All right. So I've been having some minor computer issues. Um, I think it's issues with my computer, not with my internet. Um, that's been slowing down my starts now because I have to deal with that. Hopefully, the stream won't be stuttery today. Yeah, I think that color looks a little better. Anyways, hope everyone's doing good. I'm still here. Looks like my mic is working. I'm always a little worried it's not. But yeah. And I'm just finishing up a snack I got before streaming because I realized I was too hungry and I need to eat something. So I'll try and mute myself so there's no chewy sounds. Oh, I was muted. Of course. I was trying to say, anyone who's in chat, watching, if you're watching live and you want to ask questions or talk art, it is welcome. If you're watching this after the fact and you have questions, by all means, leave them in the comment section. Not quite the same as live interaction, but I'm happy to talk with people there as well. Alrighty. So, the obvious goal, finish this painting today. And even if I don't get it 100% finished, like 99%. The reason I say that is because doing, painting on stream, there's I don't know, like the very, very, very final bit of it. I don't know that I can do that on stream. It's just, I don't know, there's too much, like, it's not that there's anything that I can't show. It's more like I'm probably going to have to get really close, really far away, and move around a lot, and not be focused on the cameras and on chat, but fully on the painting. And I don't want to have to worry about being, what's it called, close to the, in the shot or not in the shot, stuff like that. There's nothing like inherently special about the final bit. It's just that type of thing. So, anyways, if anyone's watching and hanging out, like I said, you're welcome to join in chat. Want to see, hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, I'm just going to get started. I don't know what else to say. It's been a long day. I'm tired. I don't know. My brain's fried. I got, I'm doing allergy shots, to take care of my allergies. And wow, those shots, can really like mess you up. Just kind of brain fog and tired and out of it kind of thing. Nothing major. In fact, I would say it's very minor, relatively speaking. I don't want to make it sound awful. It's just, that and a full day of work and everything, and horrible. I learned a new concept, sleep hygiene, horrible sleep hygiene. And yeah, makes for a tired, brain fog person. I think there is zero chance that my painting is completely dry from yesterday, but let's check. Yep, nope, not dry. All right. Unfortunately, it's actually in a not the best state, I think. Like it feels like some of the paint has seized up, so it's tacky, which I've repeatedly said is, in my opinion, the worst time to paint on a painting. Ideally, I would have another painting to work on, and I'd swap them out, and I'd work on that, come back to this one. And theoretically, I do. But, oh, geez, I did not mute my phone. But streaming and painting aren't exactly the same thing, and all of the paintings that I have, they are also in what's it called? States where it's like either they're at the very, very end, and all I need to do is like finish them up, or actually that's no, that's not the majority. Some of them are just like, I know I'm going to be working on things that are like this small, and I'm just going to have to be like going in there, really getting in the details, and that doesn't make for a good video. So, at least not with my current setup. If I could position the camera differently, maybe. But it's all right. I'll just finish this. I noticed that some of my drawing was drifting a little though, so I'm going to be going in and correcting that. That's first things first kind of situation. Because yeah, I could just tell that some of it was drifting. And so I'm going to go in and take care of that. If anyone doesn't know what I mean by drifting, it's just the, what's it called? I'm just referring to like the placement of things. So there's different ways of approaching image making and painting. And my system that I've developed for myself is a little on the messy side. And I like it that way. A lot of the messiness I do on purpose. For numerous reasons, which I'm happy to go over again at some point. But because of that, I can't paint within the lines because a lot of times there are no lines. So things have a tendency to, over time, kind of shift a little, and you don't pay attention to it, and then they shift a little more, and then just a little more. So everything kind of just drifts slightly out of place. It's minor. It's very minor. A lot of times it's just an issue of like, millimeters. Literally just like millimeters. But, that can affect a lot, especially on a portrait. Not that this is a portrait, but portraits with likeness, I should specify likeness. If you're trying to get likeness, oh my god. A couple of millimeters can be all it takes. If you're going for a realistic version of likeness, I should say. Because if you're doing like a caricature, then it's still very important, but it's just important in a different way. And some of this stuff I knew was drifting as I did it, because I can explain. There's when painting in oils, the way I paint, there's a lot of back and forth. So I'll go and carve, like I'll paint something and I'll get the edge wrong, and then I'll know I'm going to go in and carve out the edge. But a lot of times you don't want to carve right to the edge, because then it looks either flat or too sharp, or it looks like you're making a halo around the thing that you're, you know, defining. And so sometimes it's better to paint into it completely and then, you know, come back and once again define the edge yet again. And I'm using quinacridone rose to go back in and draw in all these little details, or not details, placements and stuff, because quinacridone rose is a color that is easy to see. It's it has transparency to it, so it you know, I can still see what's under it to a degree. And while it is a very strong color, it is not phthalo blue, so you can cover it up. Um, so those are all some of the reasons for picking that. Also, I don't mind if it you know, I don't mind if it ends up what's it called? Staying in the painting. Like it doesn't, if there are little pops of like the, you know, the red, I'm fine with that. The issue, um I would be okay with blue as well, like phthalo blue or yellow. Well, yellow in this case wouldn't work. It'd be too, it would blend in too much. But phthalo blue wouldn't be a problem. And but warm colors often work better when you're painting people, rather than having like blue colors be popping. You know, so there's that. But then, like I said, the other big issue is the phthalo blue is phthalo blue. If you're not familiar with phthalo blue, it is a very strong color and it is very challenging to work with. Or it can be. I think it's a beautiful color. I do really enjoy working with it. I think it has a lot of really great properties, and I think that's why it is so commonly used. Also, probably it's because it's cheap. Probably the pigment is probably cheap. But just because the pigment is cheap to manufacture doesn't mean it's not good. So the way I'm doing this part, by the way, is I took a photo of this and I overlaid it in Photoshop um, with my photo reference. This is a great system, and it's, you know, it's very helpful and quick. It's also a horrible crutch to and bad habit to develop, you know, especially when you're new, because if you know, it it will severely limit you in so many ways and make you a tighter painter if you, even if you don't want to be, and it's not great, you know, a great thing to do. But it is a really helpful tool. Uh, you know, and I know from personal experience that even for me, I do, because I do have experience figure drawing and figure painting and, you know, painting from live models and everything, and even for me, um, this is something that, you know, over time I can develop bad habits from it. So I have to be wary of it and like make an effort to you know, ideally make an effort to go do some figure drawing and figure painting, which I'm hoping to do this year or next year rather, some more. But I mention it because, you know, people have all kinds of weird hangups in art. Um, hey, Creative Fit, welcome. Hope all's well. Yeah, everything is going all right. A little tired today, you know. I was saying earlier, I did the allergy shots today, and you know, it's a very minor thing, but like, yeah, they kind of make me a little tired. But you know, it's very minor. It's not. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just, you know, explaining why I seem a little like low. It's just that combined with, you know, a lot of work and lack of sleep. You've been sick just getting back on your feet. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. I hope the getting back on your feet part goes really quickly. Obviously, I don't know what you had, and this advice doesn't apply to everybody, nor does it apply to everyone's circumstances. But I used to be the kind of person who, when I'd get sick, I'd try and push through it, go to work, even though I feel like crap. Um, you know, do all that stuff, just work, try and work through it. Partially because I had to, like I had to make money, you know. But part of it was just like, and I think that was a big part of it. I was afraid that, like, you know, of taking time off of work and so on. But I don't think that's the right way of approaching it. And that's not how I approach it anymore. Now, when I get sick, and like I said, it doesn't apply to everything. I'm talking about like a cold or a flu, like minor things. I aggressively sleep. Like I just force myself to sleep more than I even want to. And yeah, it goes away a lot faster that way. Usually within a couple days for me personally. Uh, and and when I say like goes away, I mean like once it's gone, it's gone. I'm not like dragging it out for like a month and so on. So that has become my approach to it personally. Just getting back on my feet, behind on my backdrop. Just flew. I remember I do the sauna, and it does wonders. Ooh, a sauna sounds good. I bet that does do wonders. Yeah, I bet that does. Yeah, um I'm the kind of person who gets very congested. I'm always congested. So a sauna sounds amazing. I kind of do that in my shower. I just like turn up the, you know, turn it up full blast on the heat as hot as I can possibly take it and you know, make my own little sauna. Your house is getting ready for a few sleepovers for kiddos. Oh. That's got to be rough. I don't know. I don't know how people. I'll be honest. I don't know how people who have kids do it. Um, it's and endlessly impressive to me. I have cats and a dog, and that's already a lot. Yeah. Oxytocin. Fair. Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not great with kids. I don't know how to interact with them. I don't know. Never it's just not my thing. And my cousins, uh rather my cousins, their children. I guess they're my cousins once removed. I don't know. Um when they were like very young children, I had the hardest time interacting with them. And now that some of them are like teenagers and stuff, it's so much easier. Although they now think I'm the old guy and they don't care and don't want to interact with me. But the like one of them does. The one that does, I have no problem with. It's easy to interact with them. The rest just kind of ignore me, which I understand. Yeah, so I realized that I had a few drawing uh, errors that I wanted to correct. So I'm going through this now and trying to, you know, fix all the mistakes. I don't think that all drawing mistakes are mistakes, but some are, or some I want to fix, I should say. The Ratman Bob, hello, welcome. Kids are great, great pains, great joys, great messes. Yeah, absolutely. I will say this: I have a friend who is, she's like a sister to me, and she not that long ago had a kid. Her kid's like 3 now, and she was a COVID baby, so I didn't get to meet her, you know. And I only recently got to like go meet her for the first time last year, and it was, it's really, I'm messing up. I'm mumbling. It was really great. Yeah, I never imagined my friend as a mom, but she's a great mom. So it's really cool to see that. Hey, the right man, Bob. What have you been up to? How have you been? We've got one person recovering from being sick and another person recovering from allergy shots. So far, that's the vibe of the stream. uh, just been trying to stay warm. Oh, really? Where? I've not been keeping up on the weather. What part of the world are you in that it's like cold? Is there like this has happened? There have been a few huge storms in America, like full on like major hurricanes, and I found out like after they finished. So I'm not exactly on top of things. It's snowing here in New Mexico. Okay. Well, good luck. I hope it I hope it's not too bad. No worries. Create a fit. Lurk if you have to. It's not a problem. It's not. The Ratman says it's not too bad. We are supposed to get 2 inches. Is that a lot? Because I've heard that like 3 is plenty, but I don't know if 2 is. It sounds like a lot. I can't remember how much we got here in Texas, but it's not only like how much, it's also the infrastructure. We were not prepared for it. So I've heard 4 is too big. Yeah, exactly. 4 is way too much. Yeah. Yeah. In 2021, not 2001, 2021. There's like the snowpocalypse that happened in Austin, and that was the year that Ted Cruz went to Cancun to get away from the snow. Yeah, we were not. Austin is not built for that kind of snow. No, you live in the mountains. We're used to it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you remember you guys were without power for a while? Yeah, we were without power for like 5 days. But not only did we not have power, we couldn't go anywhere. People literally got stranded trying to go just to the just to the gas station. And then there were other people who didn't have power for like 2 weeks, and there were some elderly people who also didn't make it through it because of everything. So yeah. Creative Fit says, I don't think any state is built for Ted Cruz. That is a very true and accurate statement. So I don't know why someone made this, but I think it's the funniest thing ever. There's a bumper sticker out there for Ted Cruz, and it's like one of his like one of those circle bumper stickers for what's it called? Like for endorsing him, and it has his picture in the middle, and then around it says, "This man ate my baby." I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. But every time I see it or think about it, I just crack up. I can't not laugh at that. I don't know why someone made that. I think it's very appropriate. I just don't know why. The Rat Man says, or Bob, do you prefer the Rat Man or Bob, or just the Rat Man Bob all at once? Probably going to go with something shorter. Bob works. All right, Bob. I remember Asmongold paid a viewer with a Land Rover to go pick up his dad. Yeah. His dad. Yeah, I wasn't following Asmon at the time, but yeah, his dad. My understanding has a lot of health issues, and he was really concerned about him at the time, which is really cool that he would do that, I guess. Asmon's a weird guy. Like, there's a lot of things about Asmongold I like. A lot of things I think are horrifying. Not like I think he's a horrible person, but just like, you know, I'm sure you've seen his house tour. You know, so he's an interesting guy. It's an interesting mix for sure. Oh, okay, Bob. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was you. Okay. Yeah, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's been forever. Hey, no worries. You don't have to apologize for being gone for a while. I was gone for a long time too. I for some reason was like I could log in. I think it was I could log into Twitch, but I couldn't watch anything or do anything for some reason. I don't know. There was like issues with Twitch for some reason. Nothing official, just like a bug, not like, you know, um yeah, just like some kind of bug happening. That kept me out for like a year, I think. Yeah. But yeah, and now I'm streaming words, man, words today are not my friend. I'm streaming on Twitch, but I'm also streaming on YouTube, as the little note there says. Twitch has I've said this before. Twitch has a better community, like people who are there more often. So it's better community and better chat and everything. But yeah, YouTube has better playback, better uh, video quality. So it's a mixed bag, and I prioritize YouTube over Twitch in the sense of like if my bit rate like dies, I will prioritize YouTube over Twitter. Sorry, over Twitch. Um, Simply because of the quality. Uh, Bye, Creative Fit, or hello. I'm assuming bye. Thanks for stopping by, though. I appreciate you stopping by. What am I looking at here? For a question? Oh, that's right, Bob. Good point. Could be a question. Questions are welcome. You don't have to raise your hand if that's what it is. You don't have to raise your hand. You can just ask. And if you ask a really rude or inappropriate question, I'll ban you. But like, I'll really be having to push it because I don't take things that personally usually. Uh, we are great. No need to ban. Nah, I know. I was just saying, like, if someone asks, like, so tell me, why is it that I don't know. People are weird. People come up with some things. I was that was mostly a joke. I'm not. I don't think that will be the case with you. That was just a joke. Bob says, yeah, I've been doing YouTube, but when I start streaming, I'll probably come over here, at least at first for the community stuff. Yeah, I think the community stuff here is great. Luckily, you can simulcast now, so it's not that difficult to do, honestly. Epos Vox has a great video on YouTube on how to do it. It's not that hard. Would I get banned for asking if if I show feet? No, but I don't. But I'm not going to ban you for that. Okay, I'm going to wrangle my little one before I lose her. Yeah. We'll check back when she kicks me to the curb. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good luck. Godspeed. Yeah, some of these details are... the differences are so minor. Is this one of your vacation pics? No, it's not. But I'm glad that you thought it was. No, it's not. It is a found photo. It's a found photography of someone's vacation pic. Yeah, that. If you're not familiar with found photography, it is pretty much what it sounds like. It's photos that are found and don't have. Usually, they don't seem to have like an immediate or clear owner. Yeah. So, and the idea here is that I want to paint like shared memories that that we all have, and we all might be an exaggeration. Of course, not everyone's going to have the same memories, but I didn't take this photo. I don't know who any of these people are. This very much looks like a photo that could have been from my childhood when I was too young to remember. If I found this in a photo album, I'd be like, "Hey, mom, who are these people? I don't recognize them." I wouldn't assume it was just like some random people, right? So that's what I mean by like shared memories. I remembered you have a lot of pics from trips to the Mediterranean. Yes, I do. I do have that. But yeah, so I can understand why you would possibly think that. Absolutely. But no, this is a little different. So do you get the found photos from like Picreal or archive.org? So you can find photos online. There's a few websites. There's a few websites that provide them or that have them. I'm not familiar with those ones specifically. I think the Library of Congress has some, but it's like some really old photos. But it can be a pain to get through their system to find anything. Um, but what's it called? No, you can actually just find these. Um, you can find these like online or at like secondhand stores or stuff like that. Like people will get these photos in different ways. Like the example I give the most is an auctioned off what's it called storage unit, and there's just like a box of photos or photo albums, and they're like, well, what do we do with this? And they just sell it for like cheap online on eBay or at secondhand stores or like I said, any of those kind of locations. Picreal was a huge search engine for public domain stuff. Archive.org has everything from public domain movies to CIA records. I'll have to check it out. Those are definitely possibly fantastic resources. I'd have to check them out. Yeah, what is it? The Library of Congress is they have a lot. I think it's the Library of Congress. They have a lot of stuff there, but like trying to get to it is just can be miserable. All right, almost done setting up here. The reason that I kind of partition this off into like sections as far as like working, like when I say I'm done setting up, I'll be done drawing all this, and then I'll be going back into painting. The reason I say that is because when I'm doing this part, I have my painting and the photo reference overlaid on top of each other. And so I can't see accurate colors, I can't see accurate edges, I can't see a lot of things. It's just for the sole purpose of placement. And so I have to kind of partition it off. So I do this until I'm done getting everything in the right place, more or less. And then I go back to the painting from the reference. Some of these things, honestly, there are some things, some marks that I'm not entirely sure what they are, but I know that they're signifying something that I need to like adjust, but I can't even see what it is. So that's why the like different modes of working, so to speak. Although that is also something that like just happens when you're painting. Sometimes there'll be things that you're painting and you don't know what you're painting because you just can't see it well enough from your perspective, but there's something there. It's usually not so much on people, although it does happen on people, especially when they're in shadow and stuff. Like you're like, if half of the face is in shadow, you're like, oh, I know the eye's there. And this is where anatomy actually really comes into play, because if you know your anatomy really well, then it takes a lot less information for you to know what you're looking at and to be able to fill it in a believable way. So, yeah, knowing your anatomy for figure painting and portrait art is important. Man, I did not realize until I started standing up here just how low energy I am compared to my normal, my normal energy when I stream. Which is also pretty low energy because I'm kind of I think a low energy person. But yeah, that's funny. Oh, Bob, I have a question for you. Uh, because in my brain somewhere in there is rattling around a little thing that may or may not be true. Am I right about this? Did you used to use a TV as your monitor for your computer? Uh, Bob says all you need is a 2-liter Mountain Dew with some espresso. Yeah, right. No, seriously, yeah, I definitely need some caffeine. Yeah, I am right now. Okay, you are. So you're using a TV for your monitor. Are you sitting like on the couch doing that, or are you like sitting at a desk doing that? I'm just curious because I'm looking into getting a new monitor for my computer, but I do work at a desk, um, and it's going to be on the desk. But man, some of these monitors just like I am not happy with the options, honestly. You're on the couch and you have a lift top coffee table. Okay. You also have a desk set up with 3 normal monitors. Okay. Because I was debating. I have an XP pen. It's like a Cintiq. That's work. That's my work monitor. Not my work monitor. They're all my work monitor. But I draw on that. But then I have like an old. Uh, I think it's a. I don't remember. I think it's a 27-inch monitor. Um, HD, like not even 2K, just full HD. Um, yeah, I've had it for a while, and I was thinking of updating it. Ratings is helpful. They have color accuracy tests. Right. Yeah. Yeah. They're definitely a good resource. I have a friend who we keep he's telling me he's recommending things. I showed him a monitor. I was looking at it, and he's like, "Oh, it's 60 hertz. It's not, it doesn't have high refresh rate, so it's a no go." I'm just like, is is it that important? I don't know if it's that important. I feel like 60 is enough, but he swears up and down that I will feel the difference once I start working on a higher refresh rate monitor. You have a big LG one that has a delta under 2 after you corrected it. 1040, 160 hertz. Nice. I used to have one of those like what's it called? One of those like camera thingies to calibrate the monitor. Um, like the XI thing or whatever. But I haven't used that thing in years. I don't know if it even works anymore. It was like 280, you think? Yeah. Yeah, they've got some deals going on right now. That's why I'm like, that's why I'm looking because it's like holiday season, I can't help it. I'm like, going to try and take advantage of them sales if I can. All right, here. Um, you got lucky. They sent you an OLED instead of the normal one. Oh man, that is lucky. Yeah, those OLEDs are nice. I would personally, I'd be worried about burn-in on my OLED because like how much time I spend on the same kind of things all the time, for work. But yeah, they're all really nice. Oh, I should say this in case you don't know, Bob, or anyone else who's watching. I stream 3 times a week. So I stream Monday and Wednesday night and Sunday day. That's the schedule. You know, some holidays and stuff like that. Exceptions, of course, but I've been pretty consistent. I'm really proud of myself for that. Um, so yeah, gonna try and keep this thing going into the new year. Cool. Yeah, I just thought I should mention it because I don't have it written down anywhere because, you know, why would I? Yeah. All right. Well, that's a great start. All righty. Stretch break. It's weird seeing me paint without Tool playing. Yeah. Yeah, I know. The silent, when I go back and watch the stream and it's just silence other than me talking is weird. I, in fact, am listening to music. Right now it is Muse Super, what is it? Super, not Super Freak, Supermassive Black Hole. Um, it's on a random playlist. Yeah, I miss playing the music for everybody. I know it's not for everybody. Like I know not everybody likes Tool or Muse or my new band. My band, the band that I'm listening to a lot lately, that a lot of people are in, Sleep Token. Um, you know, uh, yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I wish I could play music, but YouTube's even stricter than Twitch, so it's just a no go. And I don't want that like generic, the free music. I don't like it. I don't want it. Yeah, I haven't figured out any good solution other than this current solution. You have a site that has public domain classics that you use in your videos. Yeah, that's great. And I do think having music in your videos is different than live stream. You know, um, because there's more of a mood when you're creating a video versus when you're live streaming. And obviously, I want to create a mood of some sort, but the interaction's more important. And another important factor is theoretically, I want to take this audio at some point and make videos out of it, at least shorts. But I can't. I can't do that if I have music blaring in the background. There's for anyone who doesn't know, there's also Stream Beats. Um, they have uh, they have music that you can use on stream or in YouTube videos. They have all kinds of genres too. It's just not my thing. I just don't like it. I don't even mind listening to that on other people's stuff. I just I don't want to like when I'm painting, I just don't want to listen to music like that. Like if I don't like the music, I'm not going to listen to it. So if it's not like music I know that I like, I don't want to hear it. F. And did the stream fail? Okay, we're back. Oh, yeah, it's been glitching a little. Um, I'm probably gonna be built like I'd say 90% sure I'm going to be building a new PC in the next you know, week or two or three, whatever. I'm probably buying the components this week. I think there's something in my current system that I don't know if it's in the I don't know if it's the motherboard, if it's the Ethernet port, or if it's the system. Could theoretically be the RAM or the PSU as well. There's a lot of possible problems, but I've been having issues with my stream. It'll be fine, and then it'll like just have bitrate problems, and sometimes that's the internet connection. But there are times when I've done some troubleshooting, and I'm pretty sure it's my internet connection. I mean, not my internet connection, but my computer. And it's not even that it's that hard on the computer. It's just there's something inside that's going haywire. I don't know what it is. No. But yeah, what was I saying before when it went out? I'm trying to think. I was saying I just if I don't like the music, I when I'm painting, like I only want to listen to music I like when I'm painting. Uh, I I don't even have a lot of tolerance to listen to music that like that sounds like music I would like, but I don't know. I don't even that I sometimes can't tolerate when I'm painting. Do you have any yellow triangle? in Device Manager? That's a good question. I don't think so. I can check, but I don't think so. But just to give you an example of like my system has some like, I don't know what to call it, some issues, some glitches. Every once in a while, my keyboard and mouse, basically anything connected to the USB, just loses power for like not even a second, just cuts out, and comes back. That's probably a PSU issue or a motherboard issue. But I haven't checked. Recently, but I don't usually have any indicators about it. But just because you don't have an indicator doesn't mean, that it's not the problem. Because a lot of times the systems don't know when something isn't working. At least that's been my experience. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong about that. Windows borked your Thunderbolt drive in the last update, and before I fixed it, my USB stuff would disconnect and the Ethernet would drop. Yeah, there's all kinds of problems, that come up. But this one seems to be like reoccurring at this point, so I don't know. I upgraded my computer not that long ago. And by upgraded, I mean I bought a new CPU and stuck it in there. I didn't notice a giant improvement, even though this new CPU is supposed to be significantly better. So I don't know what's going on. And because this is my work computer too, there's only so much tinkering I feel comfortable doing with it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to I don't want to mess up the system and then not be able to work. Are you using CPU encoding on OBS? I am not. I am using NVIDIA encoding. I have an old, I'm using NVENC. I have an old NVIDIA card, but it can still do video encoding. And that's the thing, OBS really sips power. It's only using like 3% of my CPU. It's nothing, right? Oh, you're just curious by what I said with the CPU? Yeah. I just thought I would get like I also added some RAM and I got a new CPU in there, and I thought I would feel a drastic difference on the machine, and I don't. And maybe I had unreasonable expectations? I don't know. If I might have unreasonable expectations on getting a new computer. I don't know. I discovered that one of the things that I'm trying to do with my computer apparently is one of the hardest things you can do on a computer. I'm exaggerating a little, but yeah, I can't find any good information on how to do it better, and so it's very frustrating. What's it called? I want to take footage of me painting and turn it into time-lapse videos. And the very, very straightforward way of doing that is to, speed up the footage. But when you're taking a 35-hour painting and you're trying to turn it into a 10-minute YouTube video, you have to speed it up a lot. And the stupid programs that like DaVinci Resolve, any of the editing programs, they still try and process all those unused frames, all those sped up frames. Every time you try and play it back, and when you go to export it, And so it just slows the whole thing. It slows everything down to a crawl. It's very frustrating. And then depending on what you do, the annoying thing is a lot of creative software hasn't been updated for modern core counts. Yeah, there's a lot of nuances and a lot of like little, intricacies as far as like, oh, generally it's this, but if you want to do this thing, then you need this kind of system or this, it's just, yeah, it can be frustrating. And yeah, they're not updated or optimized for a lot of things, but whatever. Do you have smart render cache enabled when you do this in DaVinci Resolve? That has made my life much better. I'll look and make sure that I do. I'm pretty sure I do. I think I have everything set properly. I could be wrong, of course. I'm not an expert, but I've gone searching for it. I think what I'm going to try and do is figure out how I can. I'm going to try and see how I can export my videos at like 1 frame a second. And then if that, and maybe do that like a couple of times and then make it into a time lapse. I don't know. You have to enable it per project in the tab on the top bar. Okay. I'll double check. I think I do, but I'll double check. But yeah. So I don't know. Like I tried exporting something and it took forever. And but maybe maybe it'll take forever with my new system if I buy a new system. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to get a new computer because yeah, it's about time. Aside from the CPU and the RAM, the rest of my system I built in 2017. It's been a while, and my CPU was set, and my GPU was secondhand. It's a 970. You ended up with a few hundred clips in videos, and it was chugging, and you turned it on and fixed it. Good. I'll double check. You will know if there's a blue bar at the top corner of the timeline that turns blue as it processes. Okay, cool. Thanks. I appreciate that. Turns orange. Okay. But yeah, so like I said, the CPU is a little newer, but everything else, all the other core components were put together in 2017. So, it's kind of maybe time to get to upgrade, to not upgrade, but do a new system. But I do appreciate the input. It's really hard. I have not found good information on what I'm trying to do, so it's complicated. You have the 3060, and it's been great for editing because it has a tons of VRAM for the price. Yeah, I have dived deep into the world of PC, components recently because that's what I do when I go to buy stuff like this. I have the, all right, some computer nerd talk for a second, like real nerd talk. I have the Ryzen, I can't remember what, I think it was, I had the Ryzen 1700, and then I upgraded to the Ryzen um, 5900. Yeah, 5900X, and it's supposed to be a really good, really good CPU. But yeah, I don't feel the difference, and I went in and made sure my RAM was running at like, the top speed it can, which is kind of slow, and just nothing. I don't know. Nothing seems to make it, feel all that snappy anymore. Um, but yeah, I was looking at the 3060. I ended up though going with Arc. I got the A770 because it has 16 gigs of VRAM, and the AV1 encoding. You've been wanting the A770 too. It's on sale for like 280 now, 289 I think. It's the lowest I've seen it, so yeah. It Like I said, the AV1 encoding is part of it, but I'm thinking of um I'm thinking of doing, like I said, doing a new system. So I'm looking at I was thinking of doing the i7 14th gen. You're just waiting because the new line will be shown supposedly in February. Maybe, but there's always it's that waiting game, And at 280, at 289, I'm just like, if I had how can I put this? If the new one's like you're also decent now, it's a different situation. Yeah, absolutely. The 970 is not exactly keeping up with the work. 970. I'm amazed that thing can even run like Elden Ring. Honestly, it's not supposed to, but it does. But it is practically on fire when it does. But yeah. I figure you know, even if they unveil the new GPUs now, like in a year when everything's kind of settled and they're like doing better, I can upgrade again or something. You also have the RX 680. You can swap it out if you need to. Oh, I see. You have that GPU. Yeah. No, I feel you. It's a different situation for sure. But yeah, I was looking at the Intel 14th gen because I figure I'm not going to ever upgrade my CPU again. By the time I need to upgrade my CPU, I'm just going to be doing a whole new system anyways. So I might as well max it out now with like when I buy it. Yeah. At least that was my thinking. But yeah, no, it's definitely different circumstances. Also, I use my computer for work, and so I feel limited to like my tinkering and like my messing with it. I have to make sure that I can use it. So if I have a second computer, that'll be very helpful. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out on AMD. I have a friend that has a Threadripper. He does like computer graphics and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, like, yeah, they're fantastic. I'm sure. I think I would get more out of a high-end RAM kit, maybe a better motherboard for my 5900 than the 14th gen. Did I buy the motherboard with the first gen chip? Yeah, I did. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of it's a lot of legacy stuff in there, kind of hampering the whole thing. But the problem is, I I don't think I'll get like um yeah, the motherboard might be most of the issue. It might be, but upgrading the motherboard, I mean, upgrading the motherboard and upgrading the RAM and upgrading the GPU. So basically, and upgrading the PSU and the cooler because it kind of needs it. So upgrading almost the whole computer except for the CPU. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's worth it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I'm not sure if it's worth it to do all of that and to not just get a CPU. The DDR4 and the motherboard would be half the price of the 14th gen board. Uh, I don't think so. It'd probably be about equal to 14th gen board. They have some cheaper 14th gen boards. You just need to be able to. You just need to BIOS flash them. But the thing is, like, and I hate to do this because I don't know how this translates to real world, but if you look at benchmarks, uh, the 13th gen i7 like doubles the what's it called, the 5900 in benchmarks on like applications that I care about. You can get CM4 boards for $100. Yeah, you can get what's it called? For under $200, you can get a board for 14th gen. And not like some no name, Chinese brand, but like MSI or ASRock or Asus or Gigabyte. Yeah, they all have like boards that are like 150, 160. I I was debating it. It's not it's not cut and dry for sure. It's definitely something I've been like debating for a while. But I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much the benchmarks translate to real world and all that, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth spending all that money to tinker with it and not be sure about the results, kind of thing. Puget Bench, I can't say that name. Puget Bench has a smaller gap between the 1390 and that can't be right. For what? Depend. What scores are you looking for? Da Vinci? That can't be right. It literally like doubled it. I remember looking at these scores. No, okay. Check the 14th, 17, the 14th Gen 7 i7. I think the yeah, check. I think things have gotten. I think the gap has widened a bit over time. Because I remember researching this. I've been obsessively researching this. As the 1390, the same as the 1490, more or less. Okay, I'm not going to do this on stream, but after stream I'll double check. Because I remember something different. It's the Puget benchmark hardware rec for Da Vinci. Okay, that's the recommendation for Da Vinci. Check the bench, like the raw benchmarks. They are the raw benchmarks? Okay. Well, then I don't remember what I was looking at. I'll find it. It's just graphs. Yeah, no, it's just graphs. I remember. I remember it very. Like I said, I've been obsessively researching this shit for like days. That's why I'm so confused. So, all good. I'll double check when I get off stream. You were just checking because everyone has been unimpressed with the 14th gen. Yes, everyone has been unimpressed with the 14th gen. However, the reason I was looking specifically at that one was the i7 was the only one out of the 14th gen that actually got a significant change. They actually added not only was it like a refresh and like slightly higher clock speeds and all that, for some reason, the i7 got 2 more E-cores just added on. Like the only one out of the line that just had like, here you go, have some more cores. So that's why I was looking at that one specifically, because otherwise, yeah, there's no point in going with the 14th gen. But from what I was looking, it was, yeah, I don't know. It just, like, the dollar amount to performance amount, to me, it made sense to go with the 14 i7. Because the i9 is still more expensive than the i7, and the 14th gen isn't that much more expensive than the 13, but the, what's it called? But the i9 one is, so I don't know. Yeah. I've just been like obsessively looking at this stuff. But now I'm definitely going to need to find those benchmarks. I will take a look at that after stream. Can you whisper me on Twitch so I can at least message you back or something? If you feel like it, don't feel obligated. I'm not, whatever. I don't want to pressure you into anything, of course. You have no obligations, but yeah. You can message me whenever. Thank you. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be researching that as soon as I get off stream. Hold on. I just want to make sure that we're talking about the same GPU, same CPU. It's the Ryzen 9 5900X, right? That's the one. Right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Alrighty. The only thing that comes to mind otherwise is, hey, Don Lee, welcome. Good to see you, man. Oh, Don Lee, thank you so much for letting me know about that mistake that you caught. I appreciate it. Don Lee caught one of my many spelling mistakes and pointed it out to me, so I appreciate it. No. I'm gonna have to go into the research, Bob, because I remember something else. Anyways, it's fine. Whatever. I'll go look at it afterwards and see. But yeah, if it's like just a couple percentages, yeah. It's sent, by the way. Meaning you sent me a link to it? You asked for the article. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Took me a second. My brain is fried today, so appreciate it. How you doing, Don Lee? For anyone watching, Don Leo is a streamer on Twitch. He streams digital art. You only said something since it was on screen. No, Don Lee, I appreciate it. I'm not being sarcastic. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm dyslexic. I make spelling mistakes all the time. Not only that, I will make different spelling mistakes on the same word within a sentence. If the word repeats, I will sometimes make multiple spelling mistakes on the same word differently each time. It's just one of those things. Oh, Bob, I forgot to ask you. I was going to, and then I got sidetracked. What kind of videos have you been making on YouTube? Doing good. Also appreciate the shout out, Don Lee says. Yeah, Don Leo is on Twitch. Like funny educational stuff. Oh, that's great. Under what name? Do you have a? Is it under The Ratman Bob? Ratman Bob. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. It's been going weirdly well. Oh, that's fantastic. I hope it does go well. Yeah, like I said, I've been focusing on streaming right now, and I think I'm starting to get to a good place. Like I've been consistent. I've been doing it through like tight deadlines, through everything. So now I need to start doing you know, other types of content with it. If I could, I would. I wish I could. I'd love to be able to hire an editor and just do that. Uh, yeah, you've been working the other way doing vids, and eventually you plan on branching out to streaming. Yeah, no, I think that's cool. Everyone, everyone has their things that they're comfortable with and that they're, that's easier and fits their like their lifestyle and everything. For me, streaming's just so much easier than making vids. Um, yeah, videos, like, yeah, I struggle with that, but streaming is easy because I'm going to like I'm already painting, right? So just turning on the camera and talking to chat and everything is easy, or easier for me at least. Only time okay, not the only time, but aside from when I first started, the only time I felt uncomfortable with the fact that I'm like live in front of people was when I got rated by like, can't remember who it was, but someone rated me on Twitch and they had like triple digit followers, and I was like so unprepared at the time, and yeah, that one was rough. You started doing the videos just to keep your mind busy, and you just find it fun. No, I think that's great. Absolutely. I don't find the videos fun, like making videos. That's why I'm saying like everyone has their, what works for them. Hey Donley, by the way, I haven't seen you stream recently. Have you what's been going on with you? Have I just missed it, or have you not been able to stream lately? Not calling you out. If you don't, if you can't stream, you can't stream. Like life happens sometimes. I'm just curious. And while I'm asking intrusive questions, you all got plans for what's it called, Thanksgiving? Me and Michelle are doing a very chill at home Thanksgiving. Nothing crazy. Getting some gonna be picking up some vegan friendly pre-prepped meals from like um what's it called? Um oh my god, Whole Foods. They have like a Thanksgiving dinner they have vegan options, which is nice. Did we get a pumpkin? I think we got pumpkin pie. Oh, hey, hold on a second. I have a message here that's auto-modded. Oh, kick his ass. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, why did that, Yeah, we got pumpkin pie. Not, I don't think we got a pumpkin, though. Automod is weird. We were messing with it in another stream earlier. Yeah, Automod is weird. The Automod on YouTube is worse. The Automod on YouTube straight up hates Don Lee. It's actually to the point where it's kind of funny, because it just seems to like target Don Lee out of everybody. I mean, it works on everybody, but it like targets Don Lee. You use Nightbot on YouTube to mod your comments. I don't. I haven't figured out how to do any of that. Like I was like, oh, I should probably do that, and I loaded up the page on, the website on how to do it, and I was like, oh, I'm busy, and I moved on to something else, and I never went back to it. You just sign into Nightbot and link your channel. Yeah. That sounds simple. Probably is. I just, I don't have a good excuse. Just went to do it and then, got distracted. If you sign in with Google, it does both. Yeah. You also block the word Jew on YouTube, and it's gotten rid of half the psychos. What? Really? Okay. That's like, luckily I haven't dealt with a lot of that stuff. I will say this, I probably haven't, I probably haven't been motivated to, set up Nightbot and all that. Like anti-Jewish stuff. Yeah. I'm just surprised that you're getting that. That's all. But I was going to say I probably haven't been very motivated to do anything because other than the auto mod targeting Don Lee's comments for no reason, it hasn't really been doing anything other than stopping people from sharing links. Other than that, that's basically the only thing it's been doing, which I'm fine with. I don't necessarily need people to like link a bunch of stuff in my YouTube, chat. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, it's the main thing it's been doing is targeting Don Lee, which like I feel bad about, but clearly not bad enough to make an effort and get Nightbot. Sorry, Don Lee. because it lets you talk a little, you know, it just doesn't let you do other stuff. You got so many weird comments about asbestos. Oh my god, that's crazy. Being a conspiracy. Uh, that's crazy. Yeah, times are weird right now. Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much because I clearly not the focus of things here. But yeah, it's been weird. It's definitely been weird. No problem. Yeah, it's fine. I just don't want to. Um, I don't want to get into it for numerous reasons, but I just don't want to kind of like attract that. You know, I don't want to become a lightning rod for that type of stuff. Not that I think I would be, but just even slightly. I just don't have the, you know, that's not what I'm here to do anyways. Like, you know, I'm here to talk about. I know we've been talking computers all day, but like generally I'm here to talk about, you know, painting, painting process, you know, uh all that stuff. Art, you know, I mean, you know, it's pretty straightforward. And yeah, man, people are just unhinged in general. You brought it up as a heads up. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's definitely something I need to be aware of, and I probably should sign up for Nightbot. It's just, you know, it'd be smart. We'll see. Maybe I'll get it done. You know, what's it called? Over the weekend. You can block words in the studio part of YouTube also. Yeah, you can, but you know what's messed up is that you're supposed there's like a toggle there that you're supposed to be able to toggle it, and it's supposed to like catch certain things and wait for approval. Um, and I toggled that, and it catches it, but it doesn't let me know that it's catching it, and there's no approval process in the slightest. So like I said, 90% of that is all targeted at Don Leo, though. Not even kidding. Like it literally is like 90% of the things it's Don Leo. Just sending completely like non-problematic things at all. You believe Twitch has an auto mod thing built in now? It does. It does. It always did. It just wasn't very good. I don't know if it's gotten better. Um, but yeah, it always did. All right, we're getting close to the 2 hours. My goal eventually is to stream more than 2 hours a night. Um, but right now, unfortunately, I have deadlines and the holiday season and everything. I'm just a little, um, you know, kind of strapped for it. But yeah, my goal is to stream on in the evenings more than 2 hours. Um, you say it nine. Conley says it. He says it's 90% me, but you really don't know since YouTube doesn't block. Does the blocking without the sender receiving or ever knowing that the comment was blocked? That's a good point, Donley. That is a good point. Bob says, I often think of Don Lee as the Howard Stern of artists. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, you have a point, Don Lee, that I might not even know. But my chats are so small at the moment, I feel like I probably would know. I think people would catch on up on that I'm not responding and stuff. But you're right. There's a degree of lack of control. All right, I hear you. I should sign up for it. I should set up Nightbot. You're right. You are right. When you're right, and you all are right. Kind of like the way YouTube does bans, because if someone annoys me, you just banish them to yell into the void without them knowing. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. That is kind of better than them getting a notification. Because what happens if they get a notification is they'll just, especially if they're dedicated, they'll just make an alt, you know? I mean, not that I think I will have any dedicated haters for a long time, but I'm just saying in general, yeah. People, they'll just make alts. Yeah, ironically, Twitch does that with like if you mute someone or block someone. Like there's someone who I have blocked who goes to a few streams that I go to on Twitch, and it's really weird because the people will be talking to this person that and I can't even see that they've written anything. Because because I'm the one who blocked them. You don't know if Nightbot will fix it. Nightbot just be on top of the existing mod, or will it cancel it out and replace it? It's on top unless you turn off the YouTube stuff. Yeah. Okay, good to know. We'll see. What I might be able to do is turn like the severity of the YouTube version down and let Nightbot kind of take over. Yeah, just let YouTube catch the overt stuff. Yeah. Like YouTube probably has some like certain parameters that are, or certain things that are stronger because it's built in. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, I'm getting close to the 2 hours. I always like to give myself a long goodbye runway, like because of the delay and everything with chat. Sometimes I'll say goodbye and then I'll start saying like I'm going to get off and someone will say something and it'll just keep going for a while. So I like to give myself a bit of a head start, like say like, okay, I'm probably getting off and going to end stream in like 10 minutes, kind of thing. But yeah, like I said, Monday, Wednesday night, Monday night, Wednesday night, and Sunday day. Eventually, Sunday day is usually the long stream. I try and go between 3 to 4. No, I try to go above 4 hours, but usually it's between 3 to 4 hours. We hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave. Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah. I will I will make leaving the best part by bringing out one of the fur babies to be on screen in just a minute. So, cat incoming. Yep. Show cat on stream. I forgot I even had those. Jeez, it's been forever. I barely remember how to use my Twitch account. You know. All right, hold on a second. Cat incoming, face cam, yeah. Preston. Hey, baby boy. Yeah. Oh, you were asleep on my chair, but I'm going to need my chair. Yeah. Oh, such a sleepy boy. So, I don't mind waking my cats up and harassing them for two reasons. One, in this case, I am going to need my chair. He was sleeping on it, so I'm going to have to wake him up anyways. And two, this little, you know, I don't want to say the words, but yeah, a-hole. And the other cat in the morning wake me up all the time to feed them. And then at night, an hour and a half before dinner, they start harassing me for dinner. So I don't mind giving them a bit of a hard time since they do it to me. Isn't that right, Tristan? Isn't that right? Oh, he's such a good boy, though. He's all fluff. Look at that. You can't even see my thumb on his stomach. Get your tail. Ow. Don't get me. Get your tail. Ow. Don't. Why do you get me and your tail? Get just your tail. All right. Have a good one, everybody. It was good hanging out with you, Bob. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be back Wednesday. Have a good one, everyone.